Sometimes change whispers, quietly, gently, not with a dramatic makeover, but with the feeling that something just isn't sitting quite right. The bounce in your hair feels different. That favorite cut you've worn for years suddenly feels a bit off. You catch your reflection and think, did my face change, or did my hair just stop matching who I am now? The truth is, both might be true. As we age, our features shift in the most beautiful, subtle ways. Cheekbones soften, jawlines relax, and the haircut that once lit up our whole look, it can start to weigh us down without us even realizing it. But here's the good news. You don't need to cut it all off. You don't need to hide your silver or chase a younger version of you. What you need is a style that meets this version of you. The woman who's lived, evolved, and knows herself better than ever. Today, I'll show you 5 short hairstyles that do exactly that. They lift, they soften, they flatter every angle time has gifted you. And in just a moment, we'll start with the one that women say gives their cheekbones an instant lift without changing anything else. Let's take a look. There's something wonderfully freeing but surprisingly gentle about the right pixie cut. It doesn't just take weight off your hair, it takes years off your look without taking anything away from you. Now I know, many women flinch at the word pixie. Too short for me, they'll say. What if it makes my face look harsh? But here's the thing. When done with softness in mind, this cut can be one of the most flattering styles at any age, especially when paired with a light, side-swept fringe. Why? Because the magic of a good pixie lies in 2 things: structure and softness. The cropped length lifts the crown, which draws the eye upward, creating a subtle lifting effect that highlights your cheekbones and brings attention to your eyes where all your warmth lives. Then comes the fringe, that feathery little detail that floats gently across your forehead, softens lines, and gives your whole face a light, feminine frame. It's the perfect balance for finer or thinning hair. You remove bulk, but add shape. You lose weight, but gain presence. A feathered pixie creates natural movement, looks great with glasses, and this may surprise you, makes gray hair absolutely glow. Styling? Just a dab of texturizing cream and a side sweep with your fingers. 5 minutes, tops. One of my clients once told me, I didn't realize how heavy my hair felt until it was gone. Now I feel like me again. And if you're someone who loves softness, but still wants a little length around the chin for balance, the next cut wraps your jawline like a soft hug. Some cuts don't just flatter the face, they hug it. That's exactly what a softly layered bob does. It's that perfect middle ground, short enough to feel fresh, long enough to feel feminine. Not too blunt, not too bouncy, just the right whisper of structure wrapped in softness. And the real beauty, it works with your features, not against them. This style typically sits at the chin or just below, with feathered layers that skim the jawline, soften the cheekbones, and add airiness around the face, exactly where many of us need it most as we age. Here's something women often get wrong. They worry layers will make their hair look thinner, but with feathered ends, it's the opposite. You actually gain movement and lightness, which translates into youthful bounce without bulk. A blunt bob can weigh down a softening jawline. But this version, it lifts, curves, and creates a beautiful framing effect, especially when styled with a subtle bend under the chin. And if you wear glasses, this bob is a dream. It frames the face and the frames seamlessly. Want an extra tip? Blow dry with a round brush and tuck the ends in slightly for a lifted silhouette. A touch of root lifting spray at the crown brings instant balance. This cut flatters oval, square, and softly rounded faces, and it never looks dated. And if you've ever looked in the mirror and wished for something a little more chic? The next one might be your love letter from Paris. Some hairstyles don't just change your appearance, they change your presence. The French bob is one of those rare gems. Crisp, confident, understated. It falls right at the chin, or just above, and frames the face like a deliberate brushstroke. Think of a style that whispers elegance and never tries too hard. But here's the twist. While it looks structured, the French bob is anything but rigid. It embraces intentional simplicity, the kind that says, I know exactly who I am. The blunt edge creates clean lines, while soft curtain bangs or a light fringe bring harmony. Together, they sculpt the face gently, lifting cheekbones, defining the jawline, and drawing the eye upward. And if you've got natural texture or a hint of wave, even better. The French bob loves imperfection. Those slight bends and tousled edges give it that effortless, I woke up like this kind of beauty. It's stunning with natural grays, beautiful with minimal makeup, and works with everything from red lipstick to a bare, glowing face. One of my favorite ways to wear it: tuck one side behind your ear, add a tiny earring, and suddenly you're channeling quiet Parisian charm at the farmer's market. It's graceful, modern, and quietly powerful. And if you're someone who craves a little texture, a little movement, something more playful, less polished, well, the next cut might just be your soulmate. There's something beautifully undone about the soft shag. It doesn't shout for attention, it just moves with you. Light, effortless, full of quiet personality. And when you add a wispy fringe, suddenly, this playful style becomes one of the most face-softening cuts out there. I once had a client, late 60s, silver streaks, sharp wit, tell me, this haircut made me feel like I had movement in my life again. And that's the magic of the soft shag. It's built on airy layers, feathered, gently textured, and never bulky. Unlike styles that pull everything downward, this cut lifts around the cheekbones, along the jawline, and through the crown. The fringe, it's not heavy or dramatic. It's like a veil of softness that just kisses the forehead, blurring lines, drawing focus to your eyes, and balancing the whole face with grace. And if your hair's gotten finer or straighter with age, even better. This cut was made for it. Let it air dry. Let it do its thing. It's the kind of style that rewards you for being low maintenance. But here's a small word of advice. Ask your stylist to keep the layers light, not choppy. Too much texture can overwhelm finer strands. Styling? Just a sea salt mist and your fingers. That's it. It pairs beautifully with glasses, with waves. With a day where you don't feel like doing anything, yet still want to look like you tried. It says, I'm easy, I'm confident, and yes, I've still got a little mischief left in me. And if you're thinking, I love all that softness, but I still want something a little more sleek, a little more sculpted, you'll want to see the next one. Sometimes, the softest statement is the simplest one. The micro bob, or a clean chin-length bob, is one of those cuts that doesn't beg for attention. It just owns the space it's in. Elegant, understated. And when cut with intention, it's quietly powerful. At first glance, it might seem sharp, even a little serious. But look closer. When softened slightly around the edges, this cut becomes one of the most gentle face-framing silhouettes you can wear, especially if your jawline has begun to soften with time. It creates a visual lift right at the chin, sculpting the lower face with precision and grace. Here's what surprises most women. It doesn't need fringe, layers, or tricks. Just clean lines cut at the exact right spot, and suddenly your cheekbones come forward. Your eyes sparkle. Your smile takes center stage. It works beautifully with natural grays, pairs effortlessly with glasses or earrings, and flatters most face shapes, especially oval, square, and heart. Styling? Minimal. Blow dry with a round brush for polish, or let it air dry with a smoothing cream for that natural edge. I had one woman say to me, "I didn't think I could feel this put together in less than 10 minutes. And that's the quiet luxury of this cut. It doesn't try too hard. It doesn't chase youth. It simply reveals what's already elegant in you. And now that you've met all 5, let's talk about something more important than hair. So here's the truth, my friend. It was never just about hair. It's about how your hair makes you feel when you catch your reflection walking by a window. Do you see someone fading, or do you see someone becoming? Because every cut we explored today, the feathered pixie, the soft layered bob, the French silhouette, the playful shag, the sculpted micro bob, they weren't about erasing time. They were about meeting it with grace, softening into yourself, not chasing some younger version of who you were. You don't need a reinvention. You just need a style that reflects the woman you are now, confident, curious, and deeply alive. Maybe for you, that means embracing your natural wave. Maybe it's silver strands you finally stopped hiding. Or maybe it's saying goodbye to a haircut that's followed you through decades because something inside you whispered, "It's time." If even one of these styles stirred that whisper, follow it. Because hair isn't just cosmetic, it's emotional. It evolves with us. And sometimes a small shift on the outside awakens something new on the inside. Take your time. Talk to your stylist. Be gentle with yourself. And if you're wondering what to try next, well, in our next video, I'll share the one accessory that makes every haircut look instantly elevated. And no, it's not what you think. Until then, be soft, be bold, and never forget, you deserve to feel beautiful in your now.